Welcome back to the new campaign trail, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Politicians Game. Today, as you can see, we're back in the campaign trail. Last time, went to 1968, played as Hooper Humphrey. Go watch that video if you haven't. But short version, we ended up winning the election by a pretty surprising margin, actually. So go watch that video to see fully what I'm talking about. But here we are. The next election we are going to tackle is 1912. Very unique election where we have four different candidates. We have Woodrow Wilson for the Democrats and Eugene Victor Debs for the Socialists. And then the Republicans have split their vote between Teddy Roosevelt, William Howard Taft. Teddy Roosevelt is essentially saying, Taft is not who I thought he was. He's messing everything up. He's destroying my legacy. I'm going to run. He ran in the primary. The Republicans did not nominate him. They nominated Taft. And Teddy Roosevelt just runs his own party because he says he can. So, technically there are three losers in this election. You're probably wondering, who are we going to play as? We're going to play as the man, the myth, the legend, Teddy Roosevelt today. Had arguably the strongest ever third-party showing in terms of the electoral vote, popular vote. Not the greatest, I think. I think he might have actually had the most. I have no idea. I probably should have looked that up before this video. Anyways, we're going to be playing as Teddy Roosevelt today to see if we can win. The widely popular former president, though he would settle into retirement, however, with Taft being more conservative than expected and walking out of the controversial 1912 Republican convention, Roosevelt is back leading the new Progressive Party. Roosevelt will have to sell that his new nationalism agenda to the public and become the first candidate to win as a third party and the first three-term president, or to vote and stop Taft from being president. Which is, I guess, ultimately what he did. Alright, so we can go for Hiram Johnson. Oh, we can pick Robert LaFollette to play select Hiram Johnson as your running mate. Well, if it breaks, I'll just reload the game. No, it didn't break. Alright, let's see what our starting position is. Yeah, not very good. Right now, Woodrow Wilson's kicking both of our butts. Yeah, as you can see, the split is clear. 26% Roosevelt, 25% Taft. If that was one party, that would be over 50% of the vote. The South is obviously not ever going to be in play, but the North and the industrial Midwest, even the West Coast, is definitely in play. All right. After walking out of the Republican National Convention, you have been nominated as the Progressive Party nominee. All right. We stand between Armageddon and the battle for the Lord. I don't think we do that. We are shammed by the Republican Party, so now we must attack them. Both major parties are weak on their political form. Okay, we definitely should probably attack both parties because we're not just running against Taft here. Arguably, Woodrow Wilson is the bigger threat. Going on the offensive against both major parties will help swing on the fence voters. Okay. What will be your main strategy in this election? Winning over Republicans, charismatic personality and recognizable name, new nationalism, or focus on, so we can attack Wilson and the Democrats, attack Taft and the Republicans, or we can kind of focus on personality. Well, people know who Taft is. He's president. We'll do this. We'll support for new nationalism because it's kind of the new thing. New nationalism is your new big thing, and many progressives are eagerly supporting it. Nice. Let's go to California. Which I'd say Robert LaFollette only have 5 differences. However, we set them aside for the progressive cause. With LaFollette as your running mate, most progressive Republicans have jumped to your campaign. Okay. So, wow. What a surge. So we instantly have now won all of these states in the West. It said most progressive Republicans, so I'm assuming the entire progressive wing of the Republican Party just said, yep, Teddy Roosevelt. It is now a very close election, meaning, okay, so it's probably going to come down to New York because it's 45%. Yeah, or 45%, 45 votes. So yeah, probably it's going to come down all to New York. And we can't screw up everything else. Which I'd like to mention trust busting. So, kind of breaking up monopolies. That was one of Roosevelt's biggest things, one of the best things any president could do to break up the Gilded Age. Of course, we're going to acknowledge it. You're known as the trust buster. However, some of your wealth supporters are upset. Who cares about them? Just go to New York over and over again. A day before the convention, U.S. Marines landed in Nicaragua at the request of President Diaz. What are your thoughts? We will not come in and trust Taft to do a good job. Yeah, we're not doing that. This is in line with my foreign policy. Okay, so Roosevelt's a very big interventionist guy, so I think this makes sense. This is in line with my foreign policy as president. I believe we should continue protecting U.S. interests and preventing European involvement in the Americas. Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go far. Nice. Some people are accusing you of running for your own ego. How will you address? If individuals think that, then it's their fault, so I'm not even entertain this motion. I dedicated to my work to the common man. This game is not about me, it's about the people of the United States. Let's go with that one. Your response helps a bit, but ultimately most people who think you are running for your ego have already made up their mind. Wisconsin's really close. Will Wisconsin matter if we can win? I think it will matter, so. But we still have to win New York. If we don't win New York, it doesn't matter. You have based your campaign on what you call new nationalism. Would you like to elaborate on this? On second thought, maybe we should change our nationalism. Yeah, let's not do that. Progression. Focus on dissolving a whole alliance between corrupt business and corrupt politics. This is kind of a big one. So we'll say this one. This new nationalism focuses on dissolving the unholy alliance between corrupt businesses and corrupt politics. While this answer is vague, many are still excited, and you have rallied up progressives to your side. Didn't do as much. We're actually losing Wisconsin. That's nice. Taft is only getting 12% of the vote. Last year, the Supreme Court broke up the oil monopoly, Standard Oil. That's probably a good thing for us, so we definitely want to come out and support it. This is a victory for all and directly a result of the efforts I made as president. Yes. While you stuck to your previous policies, most people support a federal trade commission now, which would be made more efficient than traditional trust-busting methods. Okay, we search back ahead in Wisconsin, New York, with within 1% of Woodrow Wilson. A resolution has passed in 1909 to have a constitutional amendment for a national income tax. What are your feelings on that? Income tax at the time is pretty popular, so we probably want to come out and support this. I've supported an income tax for years. This will help generate needed revenue and assist the poor by allowing for tariff reductions. The income tax is most of the support of the South and the West. Well, the South really isn't in play, is it? I guess the West a little bit in Oregon. What is the main reason behind your split from Taft and the Republican Party, despite the fact that Taft was handpicked by you as your successor? Taft is far too progressive. Taft was hiding behind a mask of progressivism, far more conservative, hostile. Definitely this one, I think. It's between, obviously, the first and the second one, but I think we're pretty much saying I was wrong or whatever. Hammering Taft's conservative stances on issues will help swing over more progressives to your party, which, I mean, we kind of won them all already. We're losing Wisconsin. We'll pay a visit to Wisconsin. Well, Follett's from Wisconsin. How's that not helping us? How do you feel about the Democratic nominee, Woodrow Wilson? Probably we do want to attack Wilson, because now he's our main opponent. Woodrow Wilson's new freedom is a watered-down version of my square deal. Smaller government, what he really wants is pensioners forced to work and the poor to be continuously downtrodden by the wealth. We'll say that. This is a fear experienced by many voters. Voters? Ah, what's a votier? Voters, good job using that fear to your advantage. Didn't really help us at all. Taft signed the controversial Payne-Aldrich Tariff Act, increasing tariff on some goods. How do you feel about this? So, I don't know what Roosevelt's stance on tariffs really is, but I strongly oppose progressive. We can make this another way to talk about the income tax. We'll say that. This answer will hurt you in the Northeast, but help in the South and West. We kind of need the Northeast, though. Go back to New York. Earlier this year, another resolution for a constitutional amendment passed, namely for the direct election of senators. What are your thoughts? This is a triumph for the American people. I hope all states make efforts to ratify it. Direct election of senators is a big part of the progressive agenda. Oh man, New York. I guess I don't like that. Even though they lean progressive in political reform. 292 to 239 right now. The Panama Canal is continuing construction. What are your feelings? Roosevelt helped construct the canal, so it's probably best to come out and support this. Can't be anti-imperialist. Cancel it. Beginning of the construction of the canal is one of my greatest triumphs of my presidency. I will continue to support it. Beginning construction of the Panama Canal is one of your greatest achievements. Thank you. Oh, we're winning New York. Okay, so we finally swung New York to our side, and it does show that we would win with New York on our side. So we're going to just keep hammering campaigning in New York. Trusts have become a hotly contested issue on this election, where do I stand? I mean, we are a trust buster. All trusts are bad, should be broken apart. The trust buster is back. Yes, we are. What are your thoughts on the push for an 8-hour workday? I plan to work with Congress and find a compromise, perhaps 8-hour workdays, particularly those issue for the states to decide. Support an 8-hour workday by states. There's like 2 state answers. But we'll go the progressive answer, firmly supporting an 8-hour workday. This is exactly what your supporters want to hear. Yes. Okay, we're starting to pull away in Wisconsin. Keep going to New York. Alright, what is your opinion on child labor laws? Don't support them. At present, I plan to pass a national ban on child labor. That's exactly what progressives want. Damn, New York's getting away from us still. Wisconsin, we were pulling away, and we lost a lot of it. Polls are showing that your initial momentum is waning and Taft support is on the rise. What's your plan to deal with this? Going to the south, winning Wilson supporters, tour across the west. Gotta focus on Wilson supporters. Many progressives have flocked to Wilson, so going after him will be beneficial. Yes, hurt him a little bit. We're back up in New York. Wisconsin, man, we took 4 plates. I didn't even notice Arizona is competitive. It's only 3 electoral votes, but I mean, it's a nice little bonus to pick up. A big part of your platform includes social welfare programs. Can you explain those? National Health Service, social insurance, and workers' compensation. The government has the opportunity to help not just the poor, but all citizens. I thought that was removed from the platform. These programs are there to help citizens and immediately a continuation of my square deal. Convention Europe. I think we'll go this one. We'll just lay out everything we support. This appeals to a lot of the poor and laborers. Okay, man, it's going to be a little close, but I think we can do it. What are your feelings on women's suffrage? I support a constitutional amendment. I believe states should work. We are progressive, so it's like, we can do the state thing, which is kind of what most support, but we can go more farther in. We'll say we support a constitutional amendment. Jane Addams and other suffragettes are very pleased by this. Didn't really seem... Man, New York's just close. Alright, World War I is broken out. War is broken out in Europe. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. World War I's not till 1914. 1912, the Balkan War. War has broken out in Europe as a group of nations called the Balkan League have declared war on the Ottoman Empire. What is your response? Alright, this is a scary place. Kind of go isolationist. We could go really interventionist. Or we can just say it's not really our problem. I think that's what we're going to do. Or war is breaking out is concerning, that's why I support preparedness. We never know when in the war. I think that's the better answer. This is in line with your foreign policy ideas. Alright. Oh man, New York's close. Milwaukee. I foresee this rally will be a massive success and nothing bad will happen at all. Disaster has struck. You were shot in Milwaukee. Luckily, the bullet was stopped by a copy of your speech in a steel eyeglass case and did not penetrate your lungs, so you can finish your speech. Doctors believe you should rest before heading back. What do the doctors know? I feel as strong as a balloon. Alright, RNG question. Oh, God. I don't want to read it. Well, it doesn't really seem to matter. We are winning in New York. Vice President James Schoolcraft Sherman has died in office. Taft his name, Nicholas Butler, his running mate. We're not going to come up. This is always the best option. Oh, come on, New York. Oh, man, we're tied in New York. Can we focus? All in New York. No, the Northeast, I guess. Keep in mind the Northeast is also pretty conservative. All right. Election time. So we're either going to lose to Wilson or we are going to barely beat him. Let's see what happens. Kentucky has come in as the first state, solely for Wilson, so with Indiana. States are coming in firmly for Woodrow Wilson. We win Vermont. The South, obviously, is going to go solidly Wilson. I mean, no surprises there. 25% of the votes complete. Yeah, all the Deep South coming in for Wilson's not really too much of a surprise. Even if we were going to win, we were going to barely win, so it's going to be close. Pennsylvania, Illinois, Maine coming for us. A few more of the Midwestern states. Yeah, man, Wilson's close, but he just needs New York. It doesn't really matter. All the other states are kind of whatever. 50% of the votes have been tallied. A lot of the West still hasn't come in. Wisconsin, New York. A few more states are coming in. The Midwest. And the Plain states, 64%, 66% now. Oh, we won New York. That means we win, right? I think we win. I mean, we win Oregon. Yeah, we won. What a close one. New York, 40. We actually won by about a point. A little over. Did we win Arizona? No, Arizona was close for a while. I don't know. We did win Wisconsin, too, by just about a percentage point. In Arizona, a little bonus of 3 electoral votes there now. And, yeah, wow, 40. We tied in Arizona. Congratulations, you have won the 1912 election and have become the first president to be elected 3 times and the first to win as a third-party candidate. It is time for you to use your principle of new nationalism to fight corrupt politics and business and create a better life for the common man. Many are excited to see you for a 3rd term, so don't mess this up. Just be careful. Trouble is brewing in Europe, and if you continue being popular, maybe a 4th term is on the horizon. Wow. Okay, so some important things to know. We actually lost the popular vote by a pretty significant margin. 400,000 in today's day and age does not seem like a lot, but when you only have about 14 million people voting, 300,000 is an okay chunk. But yeah, 3% right here. The map, yeah, we won. I need to take a look at some states. It doesn't have the historical results here, but feel free to look up the historical results to see how we did. All we know is that we obviously did better than Teddy Roosevelt. Let's go results by state here and look at some of the, maybe look at New York here. Won by 23,000 votes. Very close. Wisconsin was the other one that was really, really close. 5,000 votes in Wisconsin decided, and just for fun, Arizona, we actually tied a percentage in Arizona. 1 vote. 1 singular vote. You're seeing that right. 1 vote got us an Arizona win. Arizona's only worth 3 electoral votes, but man, having a state decided by 1 vote is crazy. Wow. Man, wow. 1 vote. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to leave a comment for what elections you would like to see. Sorry if I don't get to them all right away. I'm actually recording a few of these in one sitting, just so I have some stuff to put out. But hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Go watch the other campaign trail videos. And that'll be all for today.